forged from the love of liberty in the fires of hope and prayer. With boundless faith in our destiny, we solemnly declare. Side by side we stand, islands of the blue Caribbean Sea, this our native land. We pledge our lives to thee. Here every creed and race find an equal place, and may God bless our nation. Here every creed and race find an equal place, and may God bless our nation.
Heavenly Father, we come before you at the start of this new day, giving thanks for life, for health, and the opportunity to serve through this station. We ask for your divine presence to guide us in all we do. Bless this broadcast, that it may be a source of inspiration, joy, and unity to all who tune in. Whether near or far, may our words uplift, our music heal, and our message bring light to those who need it most. We pray for our listeners, wherever they may be. Grant them strength for the day ahead, peace in their hearts, and success in all they put their hands to. Cover those traveling with your protection, and those at home with your comfort and provision. Lord, may everything we do bring honor to you and be a blessing to others. Guide our steps, bless our efforts, and let this station be a vessel of positivity and hope. In your name we pray. Amen.
Your voice, your soundtrack, your station. New Era TT Radio. NETT Radio.
Many years ago in a distant land is where man created the first Congo drama. Out of the iron we make a melody. Look, everybody dancing in harmony. Ancient rhythm in we bed, make we feel the way we ways. When we start to break away, break away, break away. This thing no come on green or race. Everybody could relate. When we start to mash up the place. Tell them it's me, soca music. Make the people wind up so. Calypso, me calypso. Tell them it's me, soca music. Make the people jump up so. Calypso, me calypso. Make the people jump and wave and mash up the place. Calypso, man, woman and child, every creed and race. Calypso, make the people jump and wave and mash up the place. Calypso, man, woman and child, every creed and race. Calypso.
Oh no, no, bad. Don't play with the roots and culture. This thing is a power passed down from we ancestors. So when the breeze start to blow, rocking we to and fro, everybody in the world go on to know. Sweet Calypso is
Ancient rhythm in we bed, make we feel the way we ways. When we start to break away, break away, break away. This thing no come on green or race. Everybody could relate. When we start to mash up the place. Tell them it's me, soca music. Make the people wind up so. Calypso, me calypso. Tell them it's me, soca music. Make the
Well, there is no better place to start your day right, to start your week right than here on your NETT Radio, NETT Radio, the heartbeat of the Caribbean. And yes, we take you above and beyond. Good morning, Trinidad. Good morning to Tobago. Neighbors in the Caribbean, how are you doing? Friends and family who are streaming all around the globe, even in some places very cold this morning. Good day to you, and of course we are glad to have you. We're going to give you the warmth of the Caribbean breeze and sun we're going to send for you guys, right? Yeah, but good morning everybody. Thanks for being here. We got to give God thanks and praises for bringing us together for another day. Everything that we do, dear Father, let it be a blessing unto you. Sir Charles, that is me checking in. Happy am I to be in this space with you. I'm even a little more happier because you know what? Yeah, this is your Get Up and Go. We welcome everybody inside another edition of The Breakfast Show.
Get up, it's the time to start the day. The Breakfast Show is here. We bring in the soca way. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Wake up, it's a brand new dawn. The Breakfast Show got the vibes turned on. From Maracas Bay to the Savannah line. Let's start the day in Caribbean prime. Oh, good vibes rolling through the air. The Breakfast Show energy everywhere. We talk, we laugh, we make you think. Grab your doubles or your morning drink.
Well, good morning, and welcome to the Breakfast Show this morning, wherever you are streaming us from, wherever on the planet. A good morning to you, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is, and no matter what kind of weather you're having, hopefully you can join us. And of course, we'll take you through the morning period and put a smile on your face. And good morning to my co-hosts, Wendell and Sir Charles. Good morning, guys.
Good morning, Richard. Good morning, Wendell. Good morning, everybody. Hope that you guys are well this morning.
Yeah, morning, Richard. Morning, Sir Charles. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. And good morning to our listeners and viewers all over the globe, especially those out there in blizzard-struck New York. First time they've had to declare a blizzard in 8 years. I think they're under a state of emergency, if I'm not mistaken, in New York City this morning. You know, so our thoughts go out with you as you battle. I've gotten several pictures of what's been happening in New York, and it's bad. You know, so you had to dig your way out of some snow later on today, I guess. You know,
quite a few flights have been cancelled. So
yeah, yes,
because of the conditions.
Yes, some people. I know someone who's stuck here actually. It's in James. He had a JetBlue flight, and he was supposed to leave today. So his next flight out is Saturday. You know, so it's tough. You know, as I say, I got several pictures. Charmaine sent me. Captain Ron sent me. Oba called me video. You know, so it's very bad out there in New York. So, you know, our prayers go out to you for a quick recovery from what is clearly an emergency. You know.
The things of life that you just cannot control, eh?
But they're also predicting a very bad, a long winter for the United States. They predicted a long winter, and I don't know if you all got. I think today we are having a very bad day for Sahara dust. They're warning you if you're asthmatic or have sinus issues to wear a mask today. And you kind of see a hint of it this morning in the sky. It looks very, very kind of cloudy. You know,
Hazy,
yeah. It has a hazy look. So be mindful of that, folks. Let me just get my birthday greetings out of the way early. Kerwin Garcia, that's the husband of President Christine Kangaloo Garcia. Alan Madu, happy birthday, Alan. So you're playing Mars this year. Beryl Yates, I have a Beryl Yates. I don't know if she's related to the Bernadette Yates that we chat with on Bernadette and Melissa. Yvette Thomas, happy birthday, Yvette. Carl Williams, Donna Pierre, Rian Moore, Agard. Joel Primus celebrating her birthday today too. And that's it. And for those of you all who celebrated birthdays over the weekend, I hope you had an absolutely terrific time. The weather was near perfect this weekend, all over. No complaints.
Well, I mean, I have been busy with rehearsals for my play. Well, I shouldn't say my play, for the play, Scandal in Cedrus, which opens this weekend, of course, at Central Bank Auditorium on Saturday at 8:30 and Sunday at 6:30. And of course, we are deep in rehearsals. And, this is when really is the crunch, I guess. But it's very enjoyable, working with actors, that are easy to work with and enjoy what they do. So we are on this weekend, Scandal in Cedrus. Of course, tickets are available now at all outlets. And from today at the Central Bank Auditorium box office. So from today, you can get tickets at the Central Bank box office. But otherwise, you can get tickets at all the usual outlets: K Squared Fashions in West Mall, Eastgates, and Brentwood Mall, Electronics in Arima, Jabili Rawi in Tunapuna, and Tony's Florals in Val Park Shopping Plaza, and Sharpley Auto Services in Sharpley. So you can get tickets there. And of course, if you want to purchase tickets online, which a lot of people do, just go to RSRR Productions Theatre on social media, on Facebook, and you can see all of the information on how to accomplish purchasing a ticket online.
Yeah. Somebody else sent me the video of Gypsy and Brian London. I know I'd sent it in the chat since yesterday. And I dared Sir Charles to play it.
Is he playing it? Is he playing it? I don't know. I saw it and I started to listening, but I was in rehearsal, so I couldn't. As it started, they were saying, okay, you're on stage now. So I'm like,
Gypsy,
what is that about?
And Brian London are quite good here, especially Gypsy. Gypsy flows with extempo. He has no hesitation in his extempo at all. After all these years of doing it, he doesn't hesitate with his lines at all. But yeah, Sir Charles, I'm sure he'll show it. Sir Charles, we're not censored here, are we? we don't have satellite problems.
Hopefully not. Hopefully not.
What this transmitter is? It was transmitter, right?
Whatever it was.
Oh God. Anyway, it's good to be in the land of the living. We have good news, Sir Charles. Let's get on with the good news.
I'm not religious, but when I see someone running to catch the bus, I say a silent prayer for them. I pray to no one and everyone when I silently say, I hope you make it. And these 5 words contain all the things I wish for this stranger. I hope you make it. I hope the stars align and you can be at the right place at the right time. And once the fight to catch the bus is won, you can rest and catch your breath instead, knowing that you are exactly where you need to be. I have all these little hopes for the strangers I see. Like, I hope you have the most perfect cup of tea. And I hope that your mornings are slow. And that you learn how to let go like the autumn leaves do in bursts of bright color, making way for something new. And I hope someone always holds out a hand for you when you need it, but also that you have the courage to take it, knowing that you have the strength to hold heaviness when you face it. And I hope you always have a place that feels like home, whether it's a physical place or one that you carry with you in your soul. And I hope that people are kind and life is good and you are safe and loved as everyone should be. We all deserve this. And I'm not religious, but I have been praying more lately for the strangers I see in real life and the ones on the telly. And it can be for things as mundane as catching trains, or for the people who are fleeing things some are more hesitant to name. Because what is a prayer but a wish for all humanity? One that shoulders all of our collective hopes for the things that we see and that we fight for. Because we hope and we fight for equal rights, the end of genocide, peace on this earth, and kids to not know what hurt is. So when I say, I hope you make it, those 5 words contain not only the weight of the world, but the promise to break it and remake it and rebalance the scales. To be a drop in the ocean that swells to make all ships rise, so we can all sail safely and actually self-actualize. So when I say, I hope you make it, I am not only praying for you, I hope you make it because I hope we all do. So when you see someone running for the bus or someone who is facing something you would rather turn away from, I hope you hold on to your hope and stay engaged. Your hope shines out like the sun's rays. Without it, the world only gets more grey. Without our collective hope, we can't believe in change, and change is something we need to make. So I hope you make it. I hope we all do. Thank you.
That's a good start to the week.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great start to the week, actually.
That is a spoken word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's I don't really like it.
There's a British accent, so they didn't get the name, Richard. You don't have the name?
No.
All right. Nice. Good start to the week. Anyway, let's greet the people in our chat. I want to add to that. When I listen to words like that, I don't know if you all have. I'm told that I'm very late in watching it. The Good Doctor. I'm in season 4. I'm almost to the end of season 4. I heard I think it's 7 seasons. But that movie, that series, captures every single facet of life. It prepares you for the inevitability of death. How they save lives, people. The prejudices that people have to go through, both racial and of course sexual. That I don't think I don't watch series. I don't watch series, but as I say, I happened to watch a part of this thing, and I just started to watch the entire thing, and I've not regretted it. It's almost like I can't stop watching it now. But I understand that I'm way behind time. A lot of people have been watching it. But if you haven't seen it, people, Google The Good Doctor, go on Netflix and start watching The Good Doctor. It'll open your eyes as to a lot that you should be open to. You know what I mean? Watch it. It's about an autistic doctor. You know what I mean? But his life story is amazing. It's amazing. Anyway, that is my addition to the good news this morning. Robert Allen says a very blessed morning to the crew. Margaret Thomas, Robert Allen, we're supposed to do our prize giving this Friday, God willing, coming up this Friday. As I say, we were just waiting on the vouchers, right? Margaret Thomas says, blessed morning, guys. Eunice Dublin, Erica Charles says, happy birthday to my handsome grandson, Omarion Taylor. He's 2 years old today. Happy birthday, Omarion. I hope you're listening to us from your granny, Erica. And
happy birthday, Omarion.
Nice name. Apollina says, good morning. Ava Smith also says, good morning. Bernadette Yates. Bernadette and Alicia Yates, that is. As I say, I have a Beryl Yates celebrating her birthday today. I don't know if you're related. Odell Guy from Sangre Grande. Diane Payne. Marlon Motley from Valsain. Marlon has an unfortunate incident in the Valsain area this weekend. And they had a few murders this weekend. Manuela Peters, good morning. Slick Money Grip. Ozzy Molino, Brennan Smith, Nicola McNichols, Mrs. R says, good morning. Sherwin and Juliet Kerr. Marvelous Monday. Victor Thongs, Boy Bidesi from Daybase, Sherma Paul, Gavin Frank from Powder Magazine, Scorpion Pepper up bright and early this morning. Carla Hercules, Robert Taylor in Fernandina Beach, Carol Guevara in Chaguanas, Alice Hart in San Fernando, Richard M. Jeremiah, the love is massive. Morning, Ingrid from Tucson, Arizona, who's not experiencing any snowstorms. Valerie Mendoza, good morning. Ms. Dabadi, Sankofa, say bountiful graces. David McCarthy, Helen Prescott, Julia Samantha, Mrs. R, my thing. Wayne Ramsey says good morning. Wayne, we miss you on Friday. I don't know if you're probably back in Florida already, but your colleagues were all out on Friday, having a great time. All right, so that's my greetings on the chat. Including,
right, so,
I now remember, Wayne Hayden, listen up and see, I don't know if you know that. Go ahead, Anne. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay, so let me say good morning to Kent, who was missing in action for a couple of days. Good to have you back, Kent. Zena, you was up very early this morning on the chat, very lively. Peter Wilson, good morning. Frank out there in Aruka, Carlin and Kelly on their way to work this morning. Archbishop Ashton Clark, I don't know if it's anyhow, yeah. Mr. Billy, good morning to you and the people in Powder Magazine. Brenda in Penal, locked on. Rhonda DeSantis in Virginia. Budu Jennings, good morning to you. Far Rockaway, and thank you very much for the pictures. Far Rockaway, very snowy where he is this morning, and let me say good morning to the people on IL Caribbean TV. Thank you very much for being here. And I think that is it for now. So we wait for the break, and we will be back. Wow, we early on the break today, boy. Yeah.
Advertise with us on New Era TT Radio, the fastest growing streaming platform for talk in Trinidad and Tobago. Audio and video ads welcome. Elevate your brand with us. Connect with us at newerattradio@yahoo.com or call us at 299-5156. Now what are you waiting for?
From the producers of You Don't Leave Out to Watch Corn, now comes the first play of 2026, Scandal in Cedrus. What can possibly be going on in Cedrus? Scandal in Cedrus premieres at the Central Bank Auditorium for 2 nights only on Saturday the 28th of February at 8:30 p.m. and Sunday 1st of March at 6:30 p.m. Tickets are out now at all usual outlets and at the Central Bank Auditorium from the week of Monday the 23rd of February. Scandal in Cedrus. You ain't ready for this
Scandal
one.
in Cedrus. Boy, the place gone mad.
Save more now at Furniture Plus. Get a pair of pillows for only $49, queen mattresses from $7.99, free gifts with select purchases, plus extra discounts on higher purchase plans. Hurry, visit any Furniture Plus showroom today.
S&H Rumbox, 137 Western Main Road, St. James, for all your retail and wholesale needs for alcohol and non-alcoholic beverages. Call us at 686-0599 or visit us at 137 Western Main Road, St. James. S&H Rumbox, drinking out of the box.
End times is here. Are you prepared? Check us on New Era TT Radio or NETT Radio with Brother Raka and Brother Yatazakawa on Mondays from 7 to 8 p.m. End times is here. Stay tuned.
We are back. Let me also greet CJ from New York, who's sending love and positive vibes to those who are blizzard affected. Katian Charles says good morning. No Arlene today, Katian. Claire Lendo Rollins also says good morning, and Joyce Phillip. All right, those are some people who greeted us after the initial greetings. All right, ready for newspapers, guys?
Oh, I thought he was going to show the X-Tempo video.
Oh, well, I hope so.
No, I still try to download it, if I come down by the time we finish the news, I'll do it one time.
We'll wait. We're very patient. We can put on the newspapers and wait.
Well, because I'm going and play the X-Tempo. Why it is that you like to run so?
Like you're afraid you get censored. I don't know. I'm terrible at X-Tempo.
I don't know why Richard just did download it on his side.
Remember, Richard was having issues. Let me prepare for Richard. Your players when this weekend come in.
Yeah.
And we can't have a guest next week Monday. That's the charge, remember. The players when Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
Right, so we can't have a guest next week Monday. Yeah? But we'll try to get Diane Haddad for what is happening in Tobago, and we try to get some guests in this week. I know I saw a post from Gary that I totally agree with his response to the Commissioner of Police. What is wrong with the TTPS with body cameras? Why don't you just say we're not using it? We don't want to hear nothing from all you. We're not putting on a body camera. Why don't you just do that? Huh? Instead of carrying us wrong the mulberry bush about cameras and how much they cost and all kind of nonsense. Huh? Say you're not using it. Call a press conference and say, listen, you Trinidad and Tobago, we are not using body cameras, right? Don't ask us again about it. That's all. We cool with that.
Because I mean, the excuses are really pathetic. You know, so, now, you know, especially in the world that we live and things that everybody else in other jurisdiction is using and having no problem with. I don't know what's so special. This TTPS real special, boy.
Yeah, and you know,
obviously, the only logical explanation is that they don't want the transparency that body cams bring in terms of your interfacing with members of the public. As I said before, the idea of police officers packing injured people into the back of police SUVs is wrong. It was wrong yesterday and it is wrong today. There has to be some mechanism where paramedics are called. It is not appropriate for police officers to take injured people, however injured, out of an accident that you in a race behind them, whatever it is, and put them in the back of an SUV and say you transported them to the hospital. In no way is that sensible. And we continue to accept it as citizens and say, well, okay, and move on.
A gentleman, I don't know if you all saw the international news, but it's in the back of today's papers, anyway, Express. An intruder was shot dead at Mar-a-Lago, right? Apparently he went, for whatever reason, he went with a gun and a tank of gas, a gas can, to Mar-a-Lago, right? And he was approached, confronted by the FBI, and was shot and killed. You know what the FBI do after? The FBI asks residents who live near Mar-a-Lago to check any security cameras that they may have for footage that could help investigators. You hear that? And the other day we didn't have a minister saying, oh, we don't want to release some footage. The FBI has asked people who live near Mar-a-Lago to hand over footage if they have any of the intruder coming their way.
Obviously, there's a certain level and above in the hierarchy of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service that is not in favor of body cams and the transparency that body cams bring in terms of your service, because you are serving us, we're not serving you.
Yeah.
And they obviously don't like that transparency, just like governments don't like too much transparency. You know, they don't like it. As I always say, what's the big deal about cabinet minutes and cabinet meetings? Put everything out to the public after done. Redact what you need to redact in terms of national security issues, or put everything that you discuss out in the public, because you're there to do our work. It's not your work you're doing. But you think the PNM or the UNC will do that? Neither of them are capable of that kind of transparency. Neither of them.
Yeah. Is it that we are the only country in the world continues to have a discussion on body cameras?
Probably.
Lord.
Yeah, because nowhere in the Caribbean you hear anybody else talking about it like this. This kind of pushback that the police is pushing back.
And they're being led to push back. It's not like if we have a commissioner in office, you know, probably under Gary days they had tried, but poor fella. But we have led by commissioners who keep talking one thing and doing the next.
Because They do not. The only logical explanation is that you don't want the transparency that it brings. That's the only simple logical explanation. You don't want that. But you want more power. You want state of emergency powers. Really? No.
Yeah. Anyway, today, Monday, February 23rd, the headline in today's Express reads, Tobago patience running out. Farley, sister island, anxious amid cargo delays, problems with transport vessel. We come full circle with that. That story is on page 4 and 5. And then there's a picture under the caption, Champs on Stage with Marshall Montano, along with Junior Chutney Soca Monarch Janavi Rampasad and Junior Primary School Soca Champion Kimani Hector Kalu on Saturday at Carnival Lanyap, which Sir Charles is going to play the extempo just now.
I'm still trying to download the thing. I want to come down at all.
PM to meet U.S. officials in St. Kitts. Prime Minister Kamala Persad-Bissessar is leading a delegation to the CARICOM, heads of CARICOM meeting in St. Kitts. They leave today, and she will address the CARICOM tomorrow, right? Augustine Tobago's autonomy could move forward because he is part of that group being taken to the heads of CARICOM heads meeting, all right? Farley never again sees pattern with ferry disruptions. Passenger travel not affected. Hoteliers call for lasting solution. That's why we're going to try to get Diana Haddad Monday this week. Rowley hit by cargo crisis. Penny warns of Tobago food shortages. Of course, there's a picture of a whole lot of pigs from Dr. Rowley, which he posted on Facebook yesterday, that he is being personally affected with his animals. Boy 13 dies after fall from HTC building, and this happened right here in St. James at the Viewford building. They didn't say. It says that he is suspected to have died by suicide. All right, a 13-year-old boy at Viewford in St. James. Condolences to the family. All right, 3 murders in under 4 hours. Killings in Valsin and El Dorado. Woman killed protecting daughter laid to rest. Cop critical after plunge at station. Now, that was a crazy story. He fell from a height onto a police car. And it says that he's in critical condition at police. They have not identified who the officer is. All right, all those are stories in today's Express.
Is that another suicide attempt something? Or
well, they don't know. They don't know if he just tripped and fell or if he jumped off. You know, they couldn't tell you. Again, probably no camera footage. And if they have it, you're not going to get it. Right? Intruder shot dead, and that happened at Mar-a-Lago at Trump's resort in the United States. All right, those are all trending stories in today's Express.
The Trinidad Tobago Guardian for today. Farley apologized to Tobagonians over ferry crisis, weighs compensation to business owners. Patience is running out. Well, obviously that has morphed into a serious issue for Tobagonians, and I don't understand what is the issue in dealing with this with more urgency. This happened under the PNM2, and a kind of a version of this happened under the PNM2, didn't it?
In 2017, yes.
Yeah, but I don't understand. It has happened before. Why is it happening again?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and so, I mean, obviously, Tobagonians must be very upset. And with the Farley administration, who's a little soft on the criticism of the national government, obviously, because he's, you know, aligned in some sort of way. Anyway, Farley apologizes. Farley to join Kamla at CARICOM heads meeting in St. Kitts. 2 ambushed and killed while celebrating Man City win. Wow. Man gunned down after buying pizza at Valsin food strip. Penny bashes Kamla over government's failed recruitment drive. Samaru and Abu at odds over Chinese costumes, inverted commas for Chinese. I don't know what that's about, but I'm just reading it. Tourist flow to Venezuela is picking up. TNT's downstream sector from inflection point to slippery slope, and economists weigh in on pros and cons of EU delisting and a what's next moment for CARICOM. So that's just some of the stories in the Trinidad Tobago Guardian today.
All right. Okay. Cool.
Did you
so look at this.
They was fighting for the title. People all around, they had their choice. Some choose Marshall, some choose Bodgy, and some choose Voice. In the end, we all know what it is happening. A tie was broken with Kitchen on 11. Into the history books, Marshall strode, and now they calling him the king of the road.
Choice. I want to say this now with my own voice. I was looking on a carnival day and I listened to all the songs that they play. I want to tell you something, partner. They burned the record of Lord Kitchener, but I'm telling you, as far as I see, Kitchener is still the greatest for me.
So strange right now standing here doing extempo. Because for the whole carnival, all you know, no extempo in the Flavor Village or Carnival Village also. You say you know extempo is free speech. Why like somebody mute me mic? I wonder if TTT is the one who doing the corporate tonight.
Sing any dancing in Calypso. Nowadays, when you open your mouth, you have to be careful who you're singing about. I telling you, you stay on the ridge. Don't think nobody beyond the Caroni Bridge. Because if you see that this place to see, they mute in your mic immediately.
Just go and declare war. You know what I'm talking about, but it could never get me and you to shut with more.
Well, I want to stand up here and tell them flat, mute who the hell they want. They can't do me that because I'm singing freely and I ain't care. Let them mute me, my people still go here. These people, I don't know who they're trying to fool. You know these ungrateful son of a bitch stand up and telling we how they had a glitch.
Well, this is something I want to tell them this. Brian on the piano, he learned Francis. I will use it once I have a choice, cause Calypso will always remain the people's voice.
There's one thing that they have to understand. Extempore and all pre-composition. So one could stand up here and sing without fear. Cause we three are saying, well, we just don't care.
I could come and sing what I have to sing. I have a pen and paper to write down nothing. And people, please listen to me. I could sing about Wadi 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 Wadi.
Anything that happening in my country, I have the boys to come and sing free. I telling you, if my extempo. What we have to say, people want to know. I could tell them, well, they come and we. To hell with who want to do that in this country. I'm telling them, my friend, well, this is no job. Tonight they go see real democracy at work. I am
Tonight I want to tell all the people, this music, it was born out of the struggle. It was born out of separation. Me and your blood spill on the plantation.
We all did that in we Calypso, and that was what we want these people to know. So we are singing without any fear. T, you still have we on the air?
What you just say, they say don't listening, and then the back is a set up what to stay pressing.
But until press them when they want it is plain to see. They can't press no button to silence we.
And even if they try to silence we, my voice you are going to hear clearly.
And I'm telling you, my friend, it is very sad, because we singing for the whole of Trinidad.
Sure, man, getting on so. Watch you tell we that it's time to go.
I telling you, sure, man, please don't do them thing. Me and Brian, well, we now start to sing. I'm telling you, when people want to hear we mouth, and they like everything we singing about.
Sure, I want to come and tell you, sister, you're acting like if you is parallel, man. I really hope that you all will enjoy the carnival.
And more than that, I want everybody know, I hope all you really enjoy we extempo.
But now I have to pull up my sleeve. For once again, they're telling we that it's time to leave.
Well, we leaving, of course, and without no fear. But we leaving and we proud everybody here.
That could be a did you know? You know, it's one. I mean, so many people were upset about that glitch. Me being one, and well, let me say alleged glitch. Let's be precise. But you know, Trinidad and Tobago's culture is so different in certain ways to the rest of the world, obviously, and extempo is one of them.
Yes.
And you know, I've been pondering on this, and I said, even if somebody made the decision to silence Helan Francis' mic, it's so silly and stupid, because we live now in an information age where whatever you silence will be unsilenced by social media. So read the room. That kind of the ability to silence is less now because of the democracy of the information age and things getting out.
Yeah.
But Trinidad and Tobago also has the additional benefit of things like extempo, where people will freewheel, and of course the amount of pushback that TDT would have received as a result of it, and whoever was the decision maker, if it was not an alleged glitch,
you mean a real glitch?
they will assume think twice from doing something like that again. But who knows?
Richard, you know what? I hear you, but I think we have people in places now in the politics in the last how many ever years that just don't care, you know. That just don't care what you say or how it's interpreted by people or whatever. And maybe and I guess the two we have at present now, they just don't care because they don't.
But I'm going beyond that, you know, Wendell. I'm saying even if you don't care, and even if you feel you can, even if that was a real thing that you really felt you could silence somebody, it's an exercise in futility because of the democracy of the information age.
Correct.
Because whatever you try to silence will be unsilenced on social media. So you're already spinning top in mud. And what it does is give it even more prominence.
Yeah.
And gives it more of a pushback and people talking about it. Hence the extempo, as you just saw, which was really giving it to TTT about, you know, the alleged glitch and stuff like that. Because we're not a people of that.
Yeah.
We're not a people of that. That might work in Russia, that might work in Turkey, that might even work in India. But in Trinidad and Tobago, I think the construct is a little different.
Yeah. Well, that was the best of Gypsy and Brian London people, brought to you courtesy The Breakfast Show. We hope you enjoyed it. You know, I certainly did. You know, I'm not a big fan of extempo, but the Gypsy is so smooth with what he does, how he does it. You know what I mean? It's so smooth.
Both of them I thought were very good.
Yeah. But Brian London is Brian London. I think he won the extempo crown the other day, not so?
Yeah, both of them are excellent in terms of that art form. I always wondered about that art form, you know, and getting involved in it. But anyway, but yeah, you could probably use that as you did, you know, Sir Charles, because it was.
It was, so it might as well, yeah.
Yeah, you might as well use it as you did, you know. So because it was interesting and entertaining to watch.
Yeah.
So I'm sure people who are in very cold weather enjoyed that even more.
I was watching the guitar man. The guitar man had a look of consternation on his face, smiling. He will be saying, "Oh God, when they're going to uncut this? When they're going to uncut this? When they're going to uncut this?" That was
the girl behind you was doing the drums. Yeah, she was obviously enjoying it.
Yeah. The crowd had a ball, as you could see.
Yeah. Because that's what we are. We're about peacock. We're about, you know, poking fun. Even at those in authority, we're about that.
Yeah.
That's who we are. That we will poke fun. You know, we do it all the time here.
But we are experts at it.
Yeah.
We poke fun at one another and at people.
Yeah.
You know. Anyway, but but I mean, in other news though, we had a lot of killings over the weekend. Well, not a lot, I shouldn't say a lot, but 3 men were shot dead in 2 separate incidents in Bali. It's going to form the basis of our poll today, because apparently there's a school of thought that since the SOE ended, that we have had a spike in crime. I don't know that is so, but we'll give you all a chance to vote on it today. You understand? If you think that there's been an increase in criminal activity, increase in crime since the SOE ended, you know, because we've seen what has happened over the carnival weekend with the stabbings and the shootings and whatnot. And now we have had 3 murders in under 4 hours in Valsane and El Dorado. And we've had a couple suicides and unfortunate drowning deaths too, you know. So all of that in the mix of all the bad news that came out in terms of Trinidad and Tobago over the last few days. Of course, we've had good news, you know, but, you know, so we're going to poll that this morning. But we could open up the lines, guys. We're running on time today. Well, I'm telling you.
Well, this is where we open up the lines, that's all?
Yes. Let's open it up. 11315 and 299-5156. All right.
Yeah, get in on the show, people. I mean, after this weekend, I mean, in a lot of cases, it started to tone down right now into the Lenten period. But I know things are still happening. So give us a call, 2811315.
Lenten period, you went back in time to the 1970s or something.
Some people.
You know, in 90, you went back to the 1970s or something.
So it does not belong to some people.
What is too long? What, people stop eating meat?
And some people would not be going out as much and all those different kinds of things, you know. Yeah. Of course. Let's go to the lights. Caller, good morning to you.
Well, good morning to Sir Charles, Richard, and Wendell.
Yeah, we're running on time today, Zina. That is why.
Good morning, Ms. Zina.
No wonder I could get in so promptly. That is good news. Thank you, Richard, for your take on the body cams. I totally agree. That's just how I think you and I and a lot of the citizens feel. You understand? Because what could be the problem? What could there be the problem? I would like to hear the Gary Griffith on it. Two, I'm happy and proud for that extempo piece. I saw they were poking fun at the some person maybe was in charge. She was happy when it ended.
Sure, whoever Shuma is.
Yeah,
she was totally pleased.
I think she was his stage manager, you know.
Yeah, that it had to end.
Yeah, say no go all going over let time. Come on, man.
Yeah. So they were poking fun at her. It was really, really, really good and smooth. You understand?
Yeah.
So all those out there, CJ, you all take care with that weather out there. Thank God we in the land of the sun, sea, and you know.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, be very grateful about that. Yes, that we in sunshine. Yeah.
Who out in the cold and who want to come, only come to Trinidad. Get the crime, and we're talking nonsense about crime. Since that SOE is finished, murders and crime going on all the time. They're fooling nobody, and they did nothing about bringing it down. And that's what they're telling us, it's down lower than that. They're always comparing figures lower than what period and period. It is just as bad. So TTPS only do something. So good morning, everybody. I'm gone.
All right.
Yeah. If it's down, that's a matter of fact and data. Mm-hmm. So if it's down, it's down because that's mathematics.
Yeah. This is a notice that I got yesterday. And it's relative to today. Tomorrow, that is today at 11 a.m., Trinidad and Tobago is expected to experience the peak of a major Saharan dust surge. Concentrations will climb to their highest levels of this event, with air quality deteriorating into the very unhealthy range in some areas. Visibility will likely drop significantly, and the skies will take on a hazy, muted appearance. Sensitive groups such as those with asthma or respiratory conditions are advised to limit outdoor activity and take the necessary precautions, while the general population may notice irritation in the eyes, throat, and skin. So be mindful of that.
Wendell, what I want to know is when we were growing up, I mean, in the various years, like Sir Charles in the 60s, you in the 70s, me in the 80s, did it ever occur to you? Did it ever occur to you as a child that there were ever issues about Sahara dust and all these warnings that we get now? Is it that the Sahara dust more active, it more is blown out? I don't know, I'm asking.
Did we even have, all we had was Robin Maraj, just who they used to say, raining on your mother.
So the wasn't picking it up, Richard.
It was there, and they just say, it really is eating there. And I feel like I want to cough. And I was saying, maybe, I don't know.
Anytime you cough, you didn't know what Sahara does.
Richard, we didn't even have masks then. The only time we know about masks is when COVID come in.
Anyhow, thanks for one minute. Mr. Grant, good morning.
I said more of the Sahara dust on the move now. I don't know.
More than all you from Robin March. That will be
hold on. Go ahead, Mr. Grant.
You see, when you're in a trip, you know, when you say he like he never had a fancy for extempo, that's the greatest art in Calypso. We could start up and compose on your foot, Wendell. You're letting me down, Wendell.
What, Mr. Grant, being honest with you, I never did really like it, but I like it now. You want me to tell you? You want me to lie?
And then after my you say you never try pan. Mama grew up in St. James. You ain't learn to play a pan, boy.
Never play a pan in my life. Never. I've been honest.
You could buy a pan now. No easier than long time. Long time I had to learn with the arranger show me and memorize that. I have to memorize. That's why you see my memory so good. I could memorize a classic like Agnes Day with 15, 20 minutes to play on the road with steel ball passing on the opposite side to know when to come in, when to drop, when to stop, and think. That is the art of playing steel pan.
For real.
You understand? I never read a music sheet in my life up to this day. And if I go up and show me how to know, I sure I could still play because you play tenor and double tenor. Right? Well,
all right. I can play the fool. You can play the fool?
Well, I was the biggest fool ever because nobody can do nothing.
What's that, Grant?
This is the glass.
All right. What's that, Grant? Thank you very much. Oh, my word. The quality going this morning. Mr. Go Martin.
Good morning.
What are you going? You all right?
Yes, I'm good. Blessed. Thanks for our lovely weather. Oh my God. All those Trinis out there, they want to fly home. Nice weather. Anyway, I want to say, Terry, you need to go and sing that Tobago boat needs some blessings. Because, Lord have mercy, I don't know what is going on with that Blue Haven. Good Lord. Anyway, Diego Martin was real hot this weekend. Oh my God, 2 sets of double murders. But I want to hear if the Commissioner of Police, Guevara, is going to say that the murders going down. Because I have never seen killing so. Jesus, 55 already and we only in February? Nah, man. Nah. Imagine, you can't even stop and say you're buying anything to eat. The liquor fella right by the what is call it? Bamboo Boulevard, buying by the food area there. What the hell went on over this weekend? Oh God, Terry, you'll come and sing that song. We need some blessings. You'll have a mercy.
All right.
As I said before, the issue of how many murders and whether it's going down or not is an issue of mathematics. So,
well, there is orchestrated mathematics too sometimes, Richard. I feel so.
Well, I mean, there generally is account being held by the media too. So, so you know if it's going on or not.
Hello.
It's maybe a little off by 1 or 2, but generally everybody's in agreement what that figure is. And it's either it's going down or not. As I said, that's a mathematical thing. It's either it's going down or not.
Yeah.
Right. Caller, good morning to you.
Yes, good morning. On the issue of Tobago, just now Tobagonians will be eating raw fish. Good to see you and see. Yellow is the curse.
Just now Tobagonians will what she said?
It's something with raw fish, and I know what's going on.
I don't really understand the statement.
You have some problem with the boat, but at least the boat is here. The boat is just experiencing a little problems.
All I hear is courtesy UNC and yellow is the curse. That's all I hear.
Yeah.
Oh, you hear that part? Oh, you hear that part?
That was him.
That's all I hear. Why are you faulting me for being honest?
Yeah.
I get a lot of stick.
All you hear is that for sure.
I find I getting a lot of flack for being honest.
It's just like, you know, the AI platform, there's some trigger words.
Yeah.
And yellow is 2 things you just pick up quick.
I hear that.
Caller, good morning.
Morning. I wake up late. I don't know if you all discussed it already.
Have
you all touched what Mr. Guevara had to say? And has anybody done the maths on what Mr. Guevara said as to the cost of the body cameras?
I mentioned about
We
Gary.
mentioned, but we didn't go into it like that.
Because we didn't go in detail, but I spoke about Gary Griffith's one thing, which I thought was
What I want to mention is the cost. What I want to talk about is the cost. Mr. Guevara said, and words are important, eh? Mr. Guevara said he had to spend $100 million within the last year of this contract existing. The first question is, does the police service have access to $100 million? Does the commissioner have the authority to spend $100 million? Or is he just talking in terms of government of Trinidad and Tobago have to spend that money to do that contract? The other thing is, $34,000 by 1,000 is $340,000. No, $34 million. Sorry, $34 million. $34 million will cover the 1,000 cameras. Where you get $100 million from? Is it that they're now paying, $66 million for GPS on the? So you're paying more money for the GPS under the cameras. I would like, and you see, journalism, like the journalists, well, reporters, because I don't like to call them journalists. All they do is report what people see. They're not journalists because they don't investigate.
It's not true. Yeah, we do have some journalists in the country. Come on.
What, pardon me?
I said, don't be so general. There are many. We do have some journalists in the country.
Well, the people who just be in those forums is reporters because they don't ask the right questions at all. Right? Because as he said it, I was able to do the maths and say the maths are mathsing. Something wrong. And other questions popped up in my mind. They just take the answer and nobody asks a question after that. Reference the maths.
Which is why Gary had to respond to it. Because Gary, yeah. You know?
So before you go, is it that you're saying that the Commissioner of Police is saying that each body cam costs $34,000 TT dollars?
Yes, that's what he said. $34,000 TT dollars. Right, which is a ridiculous figure if it is true. But then
I just googled best top-notch body cam for police service, and they brought up what is rated 10 out of 10 is some Bob Love M5 2K256G police body cam, GPS enabled. Body mounted cam, body cam built in 4200 battery, 15 hours record, IP67 water resistant for law enforcement with car suction mount. So you get any car suction mount too. And you know what the price of that? $199 US.
$200 US.
I don't know where that $4,000 coming from. Where they getting that from?
Richard, Inchan Ishmael did that months before he passed. Inchan Ishmael did that live on his program on $200 US. So what you're telling me is not strange, not foreign to my ears.
No, I can't say this body cam from. It's 34,000 TT, which is how much US? What, about 6,000 US? Around 5,000, 6,000 US per body cam. I don't know where that body cam coming from, but I know it have teleporter capabilities. And you can just use and you can capabilities like Star Trek, so that you could just go. Oh, there's something in Lego Martin. By where Miss Lego Martin living, zoop, and the police appear.
You see a big tree down in the dream.
For 5,000 US, you have to
C23.
It coming with a body, Richard. The camera comes with a body.
Could somebody in the stream go into AI and ask, where can we get a $5,000 US body cam, please? We need to know. And let us know.
Let me tell you something. The mere fact that the commissioner also said that the officers could switch off the body camera. What else do you expect with a camera?
We are going for the news, people, and when we come back, the poll, Wendell, before we go to the news.
All right. Our poll is up, people. Do you think there has been an increase in crime since the SOE ended? Yes or no? Do you think there has been an increase in crime since the SOE ended? Yes or no? We want lots of votes on this one, right? When we come back, we continue to take your calls.
Good.
The news you need, the clarity you deserve. Local, regional, global. This is NETT Radio News Now.
This is News Now for Monday, the 23rd of February on New Era TT Radio and Guile Caribbean TV. I'm Derek McMillan. Hope you enjoyed your weekend. Thanks for joining us. Questions are growing about the government's national recruitment drive, launched last October with a promise of 20,000 jobs. More than 110,000 people applied online and in person. However, 4 months later, only 1,801 hires have been confirmed, all through the Ministry of Works and Infrastructure, representing roughly 6% of the initial 30,000 online applicants. Minister Gillian John said those workers are on 3-month contracts, funded through the Employment Fund, with another 800 expected to be engaged soon. Finance Minister Devendranath Tanku said he did not have details on total spending. Meanwhile, Public Administration Minister Dominic Smith clarified that Employ TT is separate from the recruitment drive, though both operated under the same domain. Tobago businesses faced continued pressure after cargo vessel Blue Wave Harmony was unable to leave Port of Spain on Friday night due to hydraulic problems. The vessel, which arrived in Trinidad on January 12th, has reportedly not been fully operational, causing ongoing disruption to the sea bridge. Business operator Diane Haddad said perishable and non-perishable goods remain on board, leaving some owners fearing losses. She said reduced sailings and shifting schedules have forced companies into what she described as suspension mode, making it difficult to plan operations or manage cash flow. Haddad also called for greater transparency from the government and the Tobago House of Assembly. Political leader of the Tobago Council of the PNM, Ansel Dennis, criticized the situation, while former Prime Minister Stuart Young accused the government of mismanaging the sea bridge. The National Gas Company of Trinidad and Tobago says it may soon offer more favorable gas contract terms to manufacturers after finalizing 3 upstream supply agreements with Perencom. Chairman Gerald Ramdeen said the agreements secure nearly 25% of NGC's gas supply and allow the company to provide clearer pricing, volumes, and contract terms to downstream customers. Earlier this year, NGC increased gas prices for light industrial customers from $3 to $5.30 per MMBTU, a move that drew backlash from manufacturers. Ramdeen defended the decision, saying NGC will not sell gas below acquisition cost, but added negotiations are ongoing and improved terms could be offered in the coming weeks. Several booth vendors around the Queen's Park Savannah are calling for refunds after reporting heavy losses during Carnival 2026, claiming the Flava Village initiative pulled all the people. Vendors opposite the National Academy for the Performing Arts said they each paid $1,500 for booth space, but were unable to fully operate until the Saturday before Carnival due to incomplete facilities. Many said sales did not cover expenses, with some now in debt after borrowing to buy supplies and pay workers. They stressed they support Flava Village, but want inclusion in future planning. The vendors are calling on Culture Minister Michelle Benjamin for reimbursement and stakeholder talks ahead of Carnival 2027. Police are investigating reported threats made against relatives of a man who was fatally shot during a police-involved incident in St. Augustine last month. The family of Joshua Samaru says a close friend received a series of alarming social media messages and voice notes from a man known as Douglas, who allegedly claimed ties to the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. The threats reference Samaru's wife, Kaya Seeley, who was seriously injured during the January 20th shooting. Relatives have shared screenshots of the exchanges and claim the messages have left the family fearful. They have not yet formally reported the threats. Attorneys representing the family have filed a Freedom of Information request seeking police radio communications connected to the fatal shooting as investigations continue. In regional news, the U.S. military's presence in the Caribbean, part of its counter-drug and security campaigns, has seen significant activity and recent changes. The USS Gerald R. Ford, the largest warship ever built, has been operating in Caribbean waters since mid-November as part of Operation Southern Spear, a U.S. Southern Command mission aimed at disrupting transnational criminal networks and narcotics trafficking. Its deployment was also linked to the U.S. military operation that led to the capture of Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro in early January. Last week, the carrier and its strike group left the region en route to the Middle East amid rising tensions with Iran, though other U.S. naval assets and surveillance operations continue to operate in the Caribbean. In Trinidad and Tobago, Defense Minister Wayne Sturge has said a U.S.-installed radar system in Tobago will remain in place to support crime fighting and regional security efforts. In international news, students at several universities across Iran have staged anti-government protests, the largest campus demonstrations since January's deadly crackdown. The BBC verified footage of hundreds of students marching at Sharif University of Technology in Tehran, chanting "Death to the Dictator," a reference to Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. Scuffles later broke out with pro-government supporters. Protests were also reported at Shahid Beheshti and Amir Kabir universities, as well as in Mashhad. The unrest comes amid rising tensions with the United States. President Donald Trump says he is weighing possible military action if talks over Iran's nuclear program fail. U.S. and Iranian officials recently met in Switzerland and reported progress, but warned the coming days will be critical. And that is news at this time. Stay with us. Excellent programming continues in a few moments.
That was News Now. Stay informed with New Era TT Radio, NETT Radio.
Your mid-morning just got better. Join Sir Charles for the mid-morning mix and mingle, where good music, real talk, health, and family matters come together, and your voice is heard. Whether you're at work, on the go, or just taking a break, this is the perfect mix to keep you engaged, informed, and entertained. The mid-morning mix and mingle, weekdays, 9 a.m. to 12 noon on New Era TT Radio, NETT Radio.
Morning vibes, fresh energy. This is the NETT Radio Breakfast Show.
Life as a Calypsonian not easy. I mean, in the way you think it would be. The best of this day, bachelor and carefree. I don't know who tell me to get married. From the day a boy venture into married life, one set of pressure getting from my wife. She make me to know that she don't like Calypso, and she see why it is I fighting it so. She tell me, well, me I see Calypso do nothing for you, Calypso. And in the night I can get a good night rest through you, Calypso. Always with a chung chung all night and day, Calypso. And when the season come and sure to get paid, Calypso. Can't believe it's Calypso your love so, Calypso. You ain't see Calypso and her love for you, Calypso. And out of the blue, just so the human explode, Calypso. When the night time come, best I hug up me Calypso, Calypso. Calypso do she can't believe she with some Calypsonian fool shit. She really ain't like Calypso or me. It's to know the game playing I doesn't conquer. Man cutting me up left, right, back and the center. When I turn to June for support at home, is a press that I ready cute to the bone. Tell you, for me I see Calypso do nothing for you, Calypso. And in the night I can get a good night rest through you, Calypso. Always with a chung chung on a guitar, Calypso. And not for hell you can't reach the savannah, Calypso. Who tell you that you could sing Calypso, Calypso. You're fooling yourself in case you ain't know, Calypso. And out of the blue, she tell me this ain't no sport, Calypso. Like Calypso, come and watch them dirty jockey show, Calypso. This wife of mine, she not easy. Trying she best to send me crazy. Forever taking off string from me guitar, telling me I was them and can't remember. She does wait until she see that I'm composing. Start throwing down where's had in the kitchen. And we are sitting down, come sweeping around, telling me check a blacksmith and pong me tongue. For me I see Calypso do nothing for you, Calypso. And in the night I can get a good night rest through you, Calypso. Always with a chung chung don't make me cuss, Calypso. Between you and Rex West don't know who was, Calypso. Telling me you love Calypso but you lie, Calypso. Is them woman and them way born in your eye, Calypso. And out of the blue I get this shock and me lie, Calypso. You go use the hole in your guitar when you're wild.
Just got better. You're locked into NETT Radio, Breakfast Show, fueling your day with the best music and real talk.
Definitely one of the finest that we had. And I say had, so I want to send out condolences because you know there is that passing parade. And of course, the general in the Calypso art form passed over the weekend. I think it was on Friday. Kenroy Smith, aka the Black Prince.
You think it would be?
Yeah, he has made so many great calypsos. But I think this is like a signature song for him. All the things like the letter.
I don't know who tell me to get my
Fry Boy and you know things like that. I mean, it's a Calypsonian that will just make you laugh. So to his family and of course all those in the Calypso fraternity who will be mourning the passing of the Black Prince. Well, we here at New Era TT Radio, NETT Radio, we salute and we say thank you for the music, Kenroy. Everybody, welcome inside the second hour of the Breakfast Show. Yes, the Breakfast Show, that is where you are at. And of course, you're listening to it on New Era TT Radio, NETT Radio, and also Gael Caribbean TV. So let me also say a very special good morning to Gael. And of course, all the folks on our social media platforms, YouTube. and Facebook. Thank you very much for tuning in, logging on. And a couple notes for you, just to let you know that when we come off of the Kyle feed, somewhere around 8:30, you can listen to us all day and every day at newerattradio.com. That's newerattradio.com. New Era TT Radio if you're on TuneIn. That way you get us on your Google and Alexa devices, yeah? Those of you on the social media platforms, you want to like, subscribe, to follow the pages, and also to hit that support, donate button to keep us up and running, yeah? So do you think that the crime situation has increased after the SOE? You're voting yes or you're voting no. That is your choices inside of the poll. Make sure you put yes or no first, right? When we come back, we will tell you how you voted. But stay with us this morning, right here on New Era TT Radio.
S&H Rumbox, 137 Western Main Road, St. James, for all your retail and wholesale needs for alcohol and non-alcoholic beverages. Call us at 686-0599 or visit us at 137 Western Main Road, St. James. S&H Rumbox, drinking out of the box.
End times is here. Are you prepared? Check us on New Era TT Radio or NETT Radio with Brother Raka and Brother Yatazakawa on Mondays from 7 to 8 p.m. End times is here. Stay tuned.
Save more now at Furniture Plus. Get a pair of pillows for only $49, queen mattresses from $7.99, free gifts with select purchases, plus extra discounts on higher purchase plans. Hurry, visit any Furniture Plus showroom today.
Join me, Brother David Muhammad, every Tuesday from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. here on New Era TT Radio, NETT Radio, Powerful Radio. Join me to hear knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Tuesdays, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. here on New Era TT Radio, NETT Radio.
From the producers of You Don't Leave Out to Watch Corn, now comes the first play of 2026, Scandal in Cedrus. What can possibly be going on in Cedrus? Scandal in Cedrus premieres at the Central Bank Auditorium for 2 nights only on Saturday the 28th of February at 8:30 p.m. and Sunday 1st of March at 6:30 p.m. Tickets are out now at all usual outlets and at the Central Bank Auditorium from the week of Monday the 23rd of February. Scandal in Cedrus. You ain't ready for this
Scandal
one.
in Cedrus, boy, the place gone mad.
Advertise with us on New Era TT Radio, the fastest growing streaming platform for talk in Trinidad and Tobago. Audio and video ads welcome. Elevate your brand with us. Connect with us at newerattradio@yahoo.com or call us at 299-5156. Now what are you waiting for?
All right, everybody. So we are back inside of the second hour of the breakfast show. And we're glad to have you with us. Thank you very much for staying with us. Of course, Richard will join us back in a short. You know the drill, but we are here with you this morning as always. Yeah.
And I guess we could go straight back into the poll. We asked you before the 7 o'clock news, do you think there has been an increase in crime since the SOE ended? And let's get those votes in. You can continue to vote whilst I count. So Charles, when you're ready, let me know.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, a lot of chat in between again, as usual. Kim Govaya, yes. Apollonius, yes. Eunice Dublin, yes. Lester Cradwell, yes. Slick Money Grip, yes. Ava Smith, yes. Fran Romani, yes. Brennan Smith, no. Lincoln Foxtrot, yes. David McCarthy, yes. Annalie Johnson, yes. Sankofa, yes. Now, Sankofa, I'm not sure if that yes is for the vote. It's for the poll.
Sankofa confusing.
Yeah. And I'm not sure that's what it's about. Boy Bidesi, yes. Marlon Motley, yes. Carlisle Cupid, yes. Mrs. Harris. Mrs. R, I don't know what that means though. But no, I don't know what that means. Just a little bit, love it. But no, I'm not sure what you mean by that. Beauty Culture says yes. Kenwin Henry says yes. I'll chat. Margaret Thomas, yes. Ingrid from Tucson, yes. Josie Richardson, yes. Valerie Mendoza, yes. Nicola McNichols, yes to the poll. All right. Trini Fosso, yes. Colted Finch, yes. Alistair Hart, yes. Bernadette Yates, yes. Empress didn't vote. Margarita Chow, yes. And Bernadette, all right, I have Bernadette Yates already. And Diane says yes. All right, so those are the votes I have on the chat here.
All right, so let's check the WhatsApp very quickly. And we have Raymond saying yes. Brenda is saying yes. Vincent didn't vote. Colin didn't vote. Who else again? Joanne is saying no. Captain Ron is saying no. Dre saying no. Zena saying hell no. I've been instructed to make sure I stress on her. Yeah, right. So after Zena, we have Black Pearl saying no, and Afria is saying yes.
All right, I have 3 more votes. Charles Trinidad Kitchen says yes. Kazim Mohammed, yes. And Mr. Flavor TT says yes. Right, so a poll, do you think there has been an increase in crime since the SOE ended? How many votes we have there?
We have 41 people on the poll this morning. Yeah, so first of all, we do appreciate the fact that you take time to respond to the poll. All right, so 41 people on the poll this morning. 35 of you said yes, 6 of you said no.
All right.
So 35 saying yes and 6 persons saying no.
Okay, we could package this poll now and send it off to the Commissioner of Police. So when they're doing the press conferences, they know that there are people who are voting on it and saying otherwise.
I saw in the press conference also the one of the reporters asking about his Punisher emblem now. That he realized that he was not wearing it sometime in the past. So he wants to know if he has done away with that. But before the reporter was able to email that, he said, "I'm stop you in your tracks. I'm stop there." You know, this is I think this press conference is to deal with Carnival and the good things in Carnival, or they're bringing all kind of thing. But it's good to see the reporter. He stuck to his guns and he said, "Yeah, but this is people business, you know, and people want to know because does the commissioner support something as he and I'm paraphrasing here that that is a vigilante justice, and you know if the commission is of that kind of thing." So, but he didn't give a clear, definitive answer if he has put it away or if he's in support of vigilante justice. But he just said, the reporter, "Well, that is your opinion."
Yeah, he was kind of dismissive of the Punisher emblem. I read it. I read the story.
Yeah,
I didn't hear him because I'm at pains to watch a police press conference. Sorry, I'm sorry. I can't deal with it.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
I mean, we've been asking to get the commissioner to come back on. He did indicate that he will, but you know, he hasn't lived up to that.
Yeah, we have some people promising and just not coming. but we still keep trying.
Yeah.
We still keep trying. Yesterday I was hopeful to get somebody. This morning I talked to them. They told me call them the next day. When I did call yesterday, it was I just tried to move around some stuff. Call me back in an hour time. Well, after that, no phone answer after.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my word! Man. Hey, it's not easy, boy. But we still keep on trying because we have to do that. So I see the I don't know if you heard the song I played for Black Prince. He's one of our great Calypsonians that has passed. The carnival somebody always going or just.
I didn't realize it was as recent as this carnival he passed.
Yeah, so he passed actually just Friday gone.
Oh, I didn't see that. I didn't see that anyway.
Yeah.
Sounds like Zandolian, don't it?
Well, they're from that kind of thing. Actually, one of the best recordings of that we have of that kind of calypso came when it was the mass camp. They had a recording that would have been way back in either the early 2000s and stuff. But it is a show that featured Zandoli. It featured the Black Prince, Blakey, and somebody else was on that show also. But it is one of the rare recordings that you get. Somebody was just there and recorded, and that is where all of that music came from. But it was a fantastic show, boy. Still one of the best recordings that we have of that type of calypso in its atmosphere, in its natural native environment.
Yeah.
And that show was really, really, really good, boy. Yeah, boy.
All right.
I like that kind of calypso.
Yeah, I have an appreciation for that type of vintage calypso too. So the Prime Minister is heading to the first CARICOM meeting in St. Kitts since it's the 50th regular meeting of the Conference of Heads of Government of CARICOM. It's happening this week in St. Kitts and Nevis, and of course it's being chaired by Dr. Terence Drew, who is the chairman of CARICOM. He's the Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis. And I think Farley Augustine is attending.
Yeah, I think Farley is going to be joining on that trip also.
Yeah, because he wants to examine the issue of how St. Kitts and Nevis is able to operate with Nevis having its own autonomy and so on, right? So we will see where that goes. We need to fix with both first before he try to get autonomy, because I'm sure he totally dependent on central government to try to fix this problem right now. I'm sure about that.
Of course, it's a central government that has a responsibility. Yeah. So but I'm hoping that they do get it organized soon enough. I don't know, what is the main problem, because when the boat came, it was that dry docking situation where they guide the boat into the rocks or the body.
The new blue wave. Yeah.
We never knew who was responsible for that. Nobody ever took responsibility for it. Things just happen in this place. You don't hold anybody responsible for some of these things, and so that created an upset for about a week or two, while they had to bring it to Trinidad to repair it, and now there seems to be a little operational problem again with it that delayed a couple of the sailings. But where the problem is exactly with it, because the Port Authority is saying that some of the things that the persons from the chamber is saying, they don't have any backlog of stuff on the port, because they've been advised as to when sailings would have been adapted and changed and that sort of thing, So it's like, who's really telling the truth, and why the hiccups is creating this kind of problem. So it's
we back to the days of the what was his boat name? Is it the
Cabo Star.
The Cabo Star now leave, but I'm talking about back in 2017. What was the name of the boat? Galicia or something?
Yeah, the Galicia. But the Galicia was running. I think the problem was when the Galicia left.
Yeah, right. Because it was a contract issue back then too, eh?
Yeah, we did. So whatever it is, and then we were not able to get a boat in a particular time. So we had like a few months. I don't know if it I think it was almost close to a whole year. We went back and forth with that Tobago in 2017.
Yes.
It was we had to bring in a barge and all kind of stuff. But now, and I was really hoping that they would have got past that, because when I saw the movement to acquire the boat within a reasonable time, because the boat got here in a reasonable time, as one moved out, it was just a matter of a week before the other one, before the Blue Harmony, whatever is in the Blue Mallet.
Blue Wave. but who very quiet on this, and who was very vocal back then, Anizet. You're not hearing people then this time. He was very vocal last time when he got his here.
Yeah. So well, politics won, and I suppose if things, you see, sometimes too, according to what is happening, people will just like Farley's talking about the people of Tobago also, they will give you a particular time to sort out your business, But if it extends past that time, then you find people will say, you're going too far now. Yeah.
But Farley is in total control of Tobago right now, so he has no excuse. He has all 15 THA seats, and he has the 2 parliamentary seats, so he has no excuse. We don't want to hear nothing, Farley. Fix it. Fix it.
Well, it's not
autonomy, fix it.
It's not on Farley alone to fix it.
Yeah, fix it. Don't depend on central government. Go and fix it.
Farley is not the one who procured the boat. Farley is not responsible for repairing the boat.
Well, so who is responsible?
Central government.
Well,
until further notice.
Well, he is not saying anything, because that will come under what? Transport Ministry or Ministry of Works. I'm not sure. Since they separated the ministries, I'm not sure which minister would be responsible for that boat. If it's Jolene John or Eli Zakur. I'm not sure. I know somebody listening will tell us who is the minister, the line minister for the boat now, the ferry. And fix it. It needs to be fixed.
Yeah, we need a more permanent fix for this whole situation to where Tobago is concerned. Can we continue to spend the kind of money that we are spending? And at the end of it all, we don't own a boat.
Yeah.
The last boat we owned was what, the Panorama?
Yes, and you saw a picture of the Panorama circulation in wherever it is now. It's Australia.
And it's still running.
Yes. It looks like a brand new boat.
Yeah, the Panorama, like them excursion bus that you see all over.
Yeah.
Them excursion bus running more than all PTSD bus. Them what they call it, the Thomas buses.
Yeah.
You're still seeing those buses and all over the place. And PTSD suffering from bus. So,
look, folks, I don't know if you all have seen the images coming out of New York, but it is terrible. Charmaine said it's been snowing from 1 p.m. yesterday and it has not let up. The images coming out is awful, what I'm seeing. Morning, Carl Jack, he posted on Facebook a while ago. It is completely white.
Yeah.
Trump must be a happy man this morning.
Who's that?
Trump.
Why is that, boy?
Because it's completely white.
Oh. I missed that, boy. Oh. I actually missed that, boy. Hey. All right, okay. Good one, Wendell. Good one, Wendell. Yes. All right, so people, let's open the lines. Let's take your calls.
Yes.
As we go up to 8 o'clock. All right, so you can get in on the show now, 2811315 or 299-5156. All right, so we're going to the lines one time. Hello, good morning.
Morning again. For the first time I witnessed snow in the skies over Trinidad and Tobago, between Trinidad and Tobago. I never flew from Trinidad to Tobago or back outside was the pilot flew over the clouds as usual, but you would see the sea sometimes and stuff, and when you over land, you will see that there was no visibility below. It was like you're just sailing over this white clouds all the time. Nothing else seen below, only the white clouds, like powder puff outside. I say, well, what a scene. We really have a change in the atmosphere.
It is.
Yeah. But I wanted to make a quick point, dip into that same boat story, that if they can't fix it now, and since they have central government, is when Ferry and them get on their own, they could fix it. Ferry can't fix nothing. Right?
You say Ferry can't fix nothing. You just come from my Ferry.
And I harder than them. She cried when she saw Dr. Rowley in the airport the last time, where she was so sorry. Maybe how she get on with him and treat him, and then she going back again. She listen. She will get it good this time. She cried. She started crying already. You understand? About the state of affairs. Ferry is not going to do any better. You understand? So let him hold on to yellow if he could.
Oh Lord, all right, okay, no problem.
And I want to say not only the sea bridge, the air bridge too, because I didn't get on that.
It sounds like you want
that and all in a state. Imagine I pay the difference for a flight to go back for my husband and my daughter to go return to Trinidad from Tobago. I got an earlier flight for them a little later flight than the evening one. They were to come back on the day of my brother's funeral. So they were able to not rush. And when they got to the airport, they met people there from the flight before. And the vexing thing is I had to run and pay the difference, of $50 per ticket. And when they got there, they met people from the flight, see a flight or two before. And from since 6 o'clock going onward, all they hearing is the flight is delayed, the flight is delayed, the flight is delayed. Until after, when my daughter erupted there at about 10 o'clock, when they come and say they don't know when they will be leaving. Well, I think she lost it that night. And they came after and had to bring a jet after 11 in the night to bring them down. So he had that and all to fix. So he now start and he wants internal self-government.
Yeah.
Let him rock so.
Yeah. Thanks, yeah. The PNM leave it in a mess. It's plenty to untangle,
It provokes, No, the mess was untangled. We're going back in another messy situation again.
Oh Lord, well then it's a systemic problem.
Of course it is. Yeah. Of course it is. It's about who could get which contract or what. I got a few messages that the ministry, the transport situation between Trinidad and Tobago it's under Jolene John.
Yeah, I think it's under her because she was very active with it.
Yeah, even though it's a transport issue, it comes under Minister Jolene John. But if she can't fix it, then nobody can fix it. Because I don't think Eliza could fix that.
Caller, good morning to you, caller.
Get bus route pass.
Good morning to Charles Wendell.
Morning, Raymond.
I have a concern concerning the Prime Minister's statement when there's towards the former Prime Minister who was asking for an ease to the situation in Cuba.
Cuba, yes.
Now, Cuba has been great, has been good to the Caribbean. A lot of the Caribbean countries, including Trinidad and Tobago. And for the Prime Minister to say that Cuba is a communist country and these former Prime Ministers who came into power on democratic means should be supporting such a communist country, a dictator, and the work. But the record has shown that during her tenure, she was one who asked for the removal of the blockade against Cuba.
Yes, she was championing Cuba's
that he's giving us now and talking about Cuba is a communist country. Trinidad and Tobago does business with China, right? China is a totalitarian country. Why are we doing business with people like that? If this is your stance, I don't know if you all share the same view, but
I saw the statement, caller, and again, I am convinced the statements that are being attributed to the Prime Minister, sometimes I wonder. I really do believe the Prime Minister writing or saying that.
But who did she was talking to at that point in time, caller?
She was criticizing the former CARICOM leaders,
yeah,
including Dr. Rowley.
Yeah, Prof, asking for an ease. The pressure being put on Cuba. Because the people in Cuba are human beings too.
Yeah.
And they are accustomed to this. For the past 40 years, they were complaining Cuba is a sovereign country.
Yeah.
And she should be making statements like that and talking about she's not afraid to see that the CARICOM people.
Yeah. Okay, no problem. Thanks very much.
Yeah.
Caller.
I mean, she has taken ownership of it by not by allowing these statements to come out, but it just doesn't fit in with her person. It doesn't. I mean, I hear any talk about Camera 2.0 and so on, but I'm still not convinced.
Yeah, but then we remember
what will convince you, Wendell?
That she actually used the words in front of us, as opposed to an Instagram release.
So an Instagram release doesn't depict what she is saying or what she's agreeing to say. Is that what you're saying?
She's taken ownership of the words, yes, by allowing the releases to come out. But I have to hear that.
So let's examine what you just said then. You're saying that she is taking ownership of the words. What do you mean by that sentence?
Well, the fact that she is not denying that release came from her.
So then she is saying that I agree with what is being said.
Well, yeah.
Okay, so then what's your problem?
I don't have a problem.
You have a problem because you say you want her to say it. You want her to say it because you said you don't believe it. You just said you do not believe it because that's not her personality. That's what you just said. So I am trying to understand your logic.
We're not going to go over this again. I told you what I was told in confidence, and I leave it right there.
Yeah, but you're also saying that she is taking ownership of the words, even if she may not have actually written them.
Yeah.
So taking ownership of means that's your point of view.
Time is going to prove if I am right or wrong about this. Time.
So what is it that you are wrong about then?
What do you mean wrong?
Am I interpreting you wrong what I just said?
No, Richard. No, I'm telling you, we're not going to go over this. We're not going to go over this again. We went through this already. You understand? But I suspect. Anyway, let me.
That they're writing it without her permission. Is that what you're suggesting?
I suspect something is up with whoever is writing those words, and a lot of people are alleging on putting up a name there. That's not the name I heard, people.
All right, hold 1 minute there, guys. Caller, good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning, gentlemen. Now for Virginia, front and center.
Morning.
With all due respect to your last caller, the Cuban people are contented. Okay. The Cubans that I'm acquainted and I worked with, then why so many Cubans don't want to go back until the dictatorship ends there? So, just wondering, Anyway, that's not what I call for. I just had a thought here. I don't know what you gentlemen think about it, but the situation
probably the most one of the most despicable places on planet. You know that, right?
Huh?
Nothing. Go ahead.
Virginia? Go ahead.
The situation with the boat and with the so-called pilot error, in causing the damage. Did you think it's a bit coincidental. I'm not being a conspiracy silver tip conehead here, conspiracy theorist here. But you remember when we got those scanners were donated by the U.S. government, for the scanners, the security scanners, and coincidentally, one of the pitchforks ran into this container that the scanners happened to be on and damaged the scanners. And, I just kind of wondering here, why this is so coincidental. And then piloting a vessel in, whether it's a naval vessel, or whatever, a commercial vessel. Something just don't seem right. And if we had real journalists in Trinidad, they would look into that, because the fact is, it's not, we don't know anything about the circumstances surrounding that. But again, there's Trinidad and Tobago, what happened today, move on to the next distraction. So I just wanted to share that thought, it's so coincidental. Wendell, what you were saying, something about Farley? Oh, by the way, the lady who called earlier, what she was saying is that next thing Tobagonians will be eating raw fish, and that's usually the case of the UNC. But that's the part that my buddy Wendell heard, though. Right?
I just hear yellow is the curse. That's all I hear.
I defended you, because they were saying something about you and being seen with a government minister from the opposite side, and I'm kind of
hello, that government minister. I told you
coming over the UNC. I said he will never, Wendell Stevens, I will bet the farm on it, never come over to the UNC, right?
No, I'm not joining the UNC, but I'm going to help Khadija Amin in her trust to make things better for local government.
Virginia, thanks much.
I am helping her now, and once I get the opportunity, I will continue to help her. That's
Country first.
That's it. Yeah. Especially local government that's close to my heart.
Yeah, man.
To help out with local government, I'll do it.
This is the second time somebody has said, if Trinidad had real journalists. I don't understand what is people's panacea. What is the word I'm looking for?
The benchmark?
Why are they thinking that we have no real journalists? There are many stories that have broken in the media in Trinidad and Tobago because of journalists.
Because of them, yeah.
And that's how we came to know that these things existed, and that's why they became talking points on radio and stuff like that. So I think people are a little unfair on the caliber of journalists we have in the country.
But they just had to read Tony Fraser every week. Tony Fraser writes some wonderful articles every week.
Yeah.
He posts them on social media. He's a real journalist.
Yeah, well, we're not going to do the same thing now. Well, good morning to you. Mr. Grant.
Yeah. Before you went to the news, I hear you said Ken Roy Smith died.
Yeah.
Black Prince.
Yeah.
Now, me and you, both of us grew up together in the Dry River. We're real boyhood friends, because you live in Georgia.
Around the Dry River? You didn't grow up in the Dry River?
We grew up in the Dry River, Banner. Playing cricket, football, everything.
In the Dry River.
That's why I still live in. The water coming from the hospital, we drink plenty of that. I shave.
You drink water from coming out of the hospital?
Where the water is going to the shape when you play football. Like you never play in the driver.
Nah,
never.
You know about the driver?
I know about the Dry River, but I never played it. I play in Bonzo River.
Sammy Lugar University, all them great footballers, everything comes to that Dry River, you know, brother.
Okay.
We learn sports. We used to have a big football competition in Ridley Bridge, St. Louis Front, posted up Nelson Street, and up by Renegades.
But Mr. Grant, don't get sidetracked, so you're telling me about Black Prince, quick.
Yeah. Both of us grew up together, everything, and he was living in John. And he could good partner, boys. He used to the drums. I mean, so lime together right in the yard in Piccadilly Street there. And see, he was a good soul. He was always a quiet fella. And he was a shoemaker by trade, Yeah.
Okay.
With my father and thing. My father was a class shoemaker too. But I'm glad I hear you say, because you got things going on, you hardly anything when the fellas them pass.
It's still a shoemaker thing? It's still have shoemaker.
Yes. Yes, it's a lot of people who do that.
All right, okay.
But my father and all my shoes, but shoes I read all kind of shoes. But listen, they went and work for a certain man. Remember, this for a certain man who was opening a business. He hired them on contract and refused. When started to pay, didn't pay. My father was working a razor and he kept to lick him up. He didn't pay my father money.
Well, your father's a Bajan.
Well, my father was from Crusaders, right from behind the bridge. I used for that boxer.
Okay.
Okay?
All right, okay.
Anyhow, you take, and when they're watching you, because I see a picture with you at Kajita,
don't worry. Country first, Mr. Grant.
But them never used to study country.
Guys, not them, forget them.
God.
Yeah,
you can't forget them. People say country.
No, country first.
Listen, Mr. Charles, with all due respect. I went to New York and make a Haitian, had the flag running upside down. I make him take it down. Don't you back on front.
Yeah. But when there's patriotic,
I really, I don't have to defend myself.
We gotta go.
You know why I don't have to defend myself? Everybody knows about my association with Khadija. I mean, years now. And I made it very clear on this program. So Wendy and James, I have too much respect for you, and I'll pretend I didn't read that stupidness you just put up on the chat.
Oh, Lord. All right. Kola, good morning to you.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Morning, Princess Town.
Wendell, many times when you comment on statements made by the Prime Minister, you make it a point of duty to say statements attributed to the Prime Minister.
Yes.
But I think by now, it should be accepted that the statements are from the Prime Minister, even if they were drafted by somebody working for the Prime Minister, on behalf of the Prime Minister, because she is in control of her faculties and should be able to read the statement and look at it in context before she makes it. And I say that in respect to this last Cuba statement. Now, the impression is being given that the Cuban people willingly embrace communism, as she said. I prefer to use the word socialism, without looking at the context in which they were basically forced at the back of the shot. Because if you look at Cuba's history, before Castro came into office, Cuba was actually abused by the United States. Cuba was known as the playground for the millionaires in the United States. A lot of prostitution, a lot of advantage, to put it mildly. And it's in that context, some countries drift away from capitalism and embrace something that they feel that would give them a better chance. And we saw it right next door here with Venezuela. Chavez didn't rise overnight. It's after decades of abuse. And I think that the Prime Minister should take all that into context when she is labeling the Cuban people as embracing communism and that sort of thing. It reminds me of when people speak of Haiti, because Haiti didn't become Haiti because they chose to become Haiti. You know all about sanctions and embargoes and all these sorts of things. I don't the pressure on the people and put their backs against the wall. And I think that in that regard, the Prime Minister is doing a disservice to the history of Cuba, and I suppose she will do the same thing to the history of Haiti. And I just wanted to make that point.
I hear you.
Okay, great. Thanks very much,
Which as the caller before said, it contradicts her previous comments on Cuba. You understand? So it's just passing strange what we have to deal with now in terms of comments coming out from the Prime Minister. She's contradicting herself. Yeah.
And politicians don't do that.
No, well, yeah, they do, eh?
I wonder if it's just protecting because where the pressure could come from, or it's probably coming from up north, with the Trump administration and that sort of thing, and probably just trying to protect sanctions and other things that could come our way if we align ourselves or say certain things.
You've been kowtowing to Uncle Sam all the time with what they say and what they do.
Well, all right, that's the best way I could put it. Yeah. Stand on your own, go out and say and take position.
All I want to know is not a single drug boat leave Venezuela since, not a single tanker leave Venezuela since. Huh?
Well, what has left is one of the American ships. I think they are lessening the presence now. They're starting to withdraw from that.
I don't know. Have they started to withdraw? I don't know. I have not any update on that.
Well, at least
you read something, Sir Charles?
Yeah, I read something where at least one of the major aircraft carriers has moved out of the area. Yes, and but there was a recent bombing, Wendell. I think somewhere in St. Lucia, where a St. Lucian fisher boat was bombed or something like that.
St. Lucia.
Yeah, okay. And the St. Lucians were talking about it. There was some incident like that. I think it's St. Lucia.
They have like 3 St. Lucian fishermen, and but I don't know how recent it is. I don't know if they may have been on one of the other bombings that took place, or how recent it was. But I know I was reading people in St. Lucia, they were talking about that to find out, what really happened with their people.
All right, I'm seeing it here. 2 fishermen killed in Caribbean explosion in St. Lucia. 2 fishermen allegedly of St. Lucia nationality. All right, I'm now seeing it. They were killed in an incident in the Caribbean Sea. All right, I just
something, but anyhow, people, we are bordering on 8 o'clock. We are going for the 8 o'clock news. Stay with us this morning, and we will be back in a short.
The news you need, the clarity you deserve. Local, regional, global. This is NETT Radio News Now.
This is News Now for Monday, the 23rd of February on New Era TT Radio and Guile Caribbean TV. I'm Derek McMillan. Hope you enjoyed your weekend. Thanks for joining us. Questions are growing about the government's national recruitment drive, launched last October with a promise of 20,000 jobs. More than 110,000 people applied online and in person. However, 4 months later, only 1,801 hires have been confirmed, all through the Ministry of Works and Infrastructure, representing roughly 6% of the initial 30,000 online applicants. Minister Gillian John said those workers are on 3-month contracts, funded through the Employment Fund, with another 800 expected to be engaged soon. Finance Minister Devendranath Tanku said he did not have details on total spending. Meanwhile, Public Administration Minister Dominic Smith clarified that Employ TT is separate from the recruitment drive, though both operated under the same domain. Tobago businesses faced continued pressure after cargo vessel Blue Wave Harmony was unable to leave Port of Spain on Friday night due to hydraulic problems. The vessel, which arrived in Trinidad on January 12th, has reportedly not been fully operational, causing ongoing disruption to the sea bridge. Business operator Diane Haddad said perishable and non-perishable goods remain on board, leaving some owners fearing losses. She said reduced sailings and shifting schedules have forced companies into what she described as suspension mode, making it difficult to plan operations or manage cash flow. Haddad also called for greater transparency from the government and the Tobago House of Assembly. Political leader of the Tobago Council of the PNM, Ansel Dennis, criticized the situation, while former Prime Minister Stuart Young accused the government of mismanaging the sea bridge. The National Gas Company of Trinidad and Tobago says it may soon offer more favorable gas contract terms to manufacturers after finalizing 3 upstream supply agreements with Perencom. Chairman Gerald Ramdeen said the agreements secure nearly 25% of NGC's gas supply and allow the company to provide clearer pricing, volumes, and contract terms to downstream customers. Earlier this year, NGC increased gas prices for light industrial customers from $3 to $5.30 per MMBTU, a move that drew backlash from manufacturers. Ramdeen defended the decision, saying NGC will not sell gas below acquisition cost, but added negotiations are ongoing and improved terms could be offered in the coming weeks. Several booth vendors around the Queen's Park Savannah are calling for refunds after reporting heavy losses during Carnival 2026, claiming the Flava Village initiative pulled all the people. Vendors opposite the National Academy for the Performing Arts said they each paid $1,500 for booth space, but were unable to fully operate until the Saturday before Carnival due to incomplete facilities. Many said sales did not cover expenses, with some now in debt after borrowing to buy supplies and pay workers. They stressed they support Flava Village, but want inclusion in future planning. The vendors are calling on Culture Minister Michelle Benjamin for reimbursement and stakeholder talks ahead of Carnival 2027. Police are investigating reported threats made against relatives of a man who was fatally shot during a police-involved incident in St. Augustine last month. The family of Joshua Samaru says a close friend received a series of alarming social media messages and voice notes from a man known as Douglas, who allegedly claimed ties to the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. The threats reference Samaru's wife, Kaya Seeley, who was seriously injured during the January 20th shooting. Relatives have shared screenshots of the exchanges and claim the messages have left the family fearful. They have not yet formally reported the threats. Attorneys representing the family have filed a Freedom of Information request seeking police radio communications connected to the fatal shooting as investigations continue. In regional news, the U.S. military's presence in the Caribbean, part of its counter-drug and security campaigns, has seen significant activity and recent changes. The USS Gerald R. Ford, the largest warship ever built, has been operating in Caribbean waters since mid-November as part of Operation Southern Spear, a U.S. Southern Command mission aimed at disrupting transnational criminal networks and narcotics trafficking. Its deployment was also linked to the U.S. military operation that led to the capture of Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro in early January. Last week, the carrier and its strike group left the region en route to the Middle East amid rising tensions with Iran, though other U.S. naval assets and surveillance operations continue to operate in the Caribbean. In Trinidad and Tobago, Defense Minister Wayne Sturge has said a U.S.-installed radar system in Tobago will remain in place to support crime fighting and regional security efforts. In international news, students at several universities across Iran have staged anti-government protests, the largest campus demonstrations since January's deadly crackdown. The BBC verified footage of hundreds of students marching at Sharif University of Technology in Tehran, chanting "Death to the Dictator," a reference to Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. Scuffles later broke out with pro-government supporters. Protests were also reported at Shahid Beheshti and Amir Kabir universities, as well as in Mashhad. The unrest comes amid rising tensions with the United States. President Donald Trump says he is weighing possible military action if talks over Iran's nuclear program fail. U.S. and Iranian officials recently met in Switzerland and reported progress, but warned the coming days will be critical. And that is news at this time. Stay with us. Excellent programming continues in a few moments.
That was news now. Stay informed with New Era TT Radio, NETT Radio.
Advertise with us on New Era TT Radio, the fastest growing streaming platform for talk in Trinidad and Tobago. Audio and video ads welcome. Elevate your brand with us. Connect with us at newerattradio@yahoo.com or call us at 299-5156. Now what are you waiting for?
From the producers of You Don't Leave Out to Watch Corn, now comes the first play of 2026, Scandal in Cedrus. What can possibly be going on in Cedrus? Scandal in Cedrus premieres at the Central Bank Auditorium for 2 nights only on Saturday the 28th of February at 8:30 p.m. and Sunday 1st of March at 6:30 p.m. Tickets are out now at all usual outlets and at the Central Bank Auditorium from the week of Monday the 23rd of February. Scandal in Cedrus. You ain't ready for this
Scandal
one.
in Cedrus, boy, the place gone mad.
Save more now at Furniture Plus. Get a pair of pillows for only $49, queen mattresses from $7.99, free gifts with select purchases, plus extra discounts on higher purchase plans. Hurry, visit any Furniture Plus showroom today.
S&H Rumbox, 137 Western Main Road, St. James, for all your retail and wholesale needs for alcohol and non-alcoholic beverages. Call us at 686-0599 or visit us at 137 Western Main Road, St. James. S&H Rumbox, drinking out of the box.
End times is here. Are you prepared? Check us on New Era TT Radio or NETT Radio with Brother Raka and Brother Yatazakawa on Mondays from 7 to 8 p.m. End times is here. Stay tuned.
All right, people. So as we are back, and of course, yes, you can join us for End Times later on this evening from
Richard's favorite program.
Of course, Richard loved that program. Richard loved that program. I feel he should probably make a little guest appearance at some point in time.
Yeah. Now we might really see the end of times.
Yeah, you look like like when you have if you have like a foul party and you throw a fox inside of there, what's happening?
Yeah.
All kind of mayhem will take place. But yeah, that's
I want to put something to rest, because I don't know, maybe people don't listen to me carefully enough over the period of time. But since in January I indicated to you all, right, that I was asked by Minister Amin to take on a specific task for her in the month of February, something that I'm very familiar with as a former local government official and a former chairman of Carnival. It is specifically for 1 month, right? But let me tell you something. Let me go back a little further. It's no secret that Khadija and Amin and I are friends, almost like family. And that has happened long before the politics. So if it was okay for me to be her friend when PNM was in power, why isn't it okay for me to continue to be a friend now that the UNC in power and she is a minister? Why? Why people have a problem with that? Why people feel I am conflicting my morals?
Don't mind them.
I have continued to criticize the UNC. I will never be a member of the UNC. If I have to leave the PNM, then I will leave politics altogether. I've said that on many occasions, right? So why people feel now that Khadija is trying her best? And let me tell you something, if she did stupidness, she go hear from me I'll be the first person to know, because we have that type of relationship. You understand? Why people feel if she is not doing something to at least try to better the lives of people and better local government, that I wouldn't be supportive of that?
Yeah.
You have to be joking, yes?
And then we talk about getting the best person for jobs and merit and all different kinds of things. If somebody is on the other side, and they see a talent that they can use and utilize, why not?
And you think when Khadija, approached me about this, you think she didn't know that she would get flack from both her people and my people, or the two different parties?
Yeah.
I don't really give a damn.
Yeah, because I'm sure that people
can't tell me how to conduct my personal life. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I'm sure it has some people inside of there who I can vouch for will say, when they see one, wait, look, ladies.
Oh, please.
Why? But that's it. That's the nature of the beast. Just went down. So
I'm sorry to disappoint all you, but you all don't get to decide what I do and who I do it with. You don't get to decide that. And I've been saying it for years. Leave me and Khadija Amin alone, right? Stay out of that one. Right. Good.
Oh my word. Yeah, but one of the stories that, and we didn't really talk about it in the newspapers today, was also the fact that this whole thing about the jobs and creating jobs, where the 20,000 jobs were supposed to be created, and so far less than 2,000 jobs have been created at this point in time, with no I thought at least that would have been something that the government would have been racing to try to fill these 20,000 vacancies to get people employed. But to show that
was another. You see, like our local government reform is a hoax. That issue of creating 20,000 jobs, or whatever, was another hoax. So 50,000, whatever jobs it is, that was another hoax by this government. You understand? It can be done.
And it goes back to the fact that who broke that story again? The media.
Journalists.
Yes. For all of the people who are hypercritical of journalists listening and watching this show.
And I don't know real journalists.
Yeah. Jason Samuel, the project was in fact the cleanup campaign that was conducted, and it's still being conducted by all the 14 municipal corporations throughout the country, right? The cleanup, the pre-carnival cleanup, the during the carnival cleanup, and the after carnival cleanup, and it was a huge success, right? It's going until the end of this month, and that's where I take my leave, right? You can't pay me to stop traveling.
Especially at this stage in your life.
Yeah.
All right. So people, we take a couple of calls before we exit. So 2811315 and 2995156. Mr. Patrick, good morning.
Yes, sir. Morning, Wendell.
Good morning, Mr. Patrick. How are you?
I was watching a discussion last night with the tertiary education minister. Are you also?
No, what it was about?
It was about gate and about funding. And he was making a statement, and I was trying to find out what I really mean. That universities have to start to make money. Universities have to start to make money. And that will ease up the gate problem. Is that go back then? What are you trying to say? People have to start paying out to go back to university as before?
Well, obviously, there's a signal that universities have to start upping their fees, I guess. And, well, I was never in agreement. Let me phrase it differently, Mr. Patrick. I am in total support of the Heritage Stabilization Fund being utilized from time to time to support tertiary education being free in Trinidad and Tobago. Not GATE, being free in Trinidad and Tobago. That's my position. End of story. So any talk about, you have to start to pay, which is kind of like the US model, and trying to go down that US model route, I am not in support of. So they could bump the gums how much they want to bump the gums about issues. The issue of tertiary education is too important to the country for me, that I feel that it should be free.
Because they was talking about they have 700 doctors who need employment, but they say the government don't have money to employ all those doctors, and that the university now supposed to check within the medical health department and if they need to start to train more doctors. Talk guys, boy.
I mean, it's like a kind of supply and demand situation they're talking about. So, as if we are... So I guess what they're saying is basically we are training people for situations that we don't have employment for.
And things for them. So we have to find out now if we have to check to see if the job market need these people to train them. So certain programs now might be on a whole or a short term or something like that. I wonder what this professor going with that.
All right, okay. No problem. Thanks very much, Mr. Patrick. Dabadi, good morning.
Hi, Sir, good morning.
Morning, Dabadi.
Morning.
And good morning. And good morning. Now get a chance to talk to you. Keep listening all morning. You hear it, right? I think all the time it was like when the government gate is the jobs that are required for Trinidad and Tobago, because some people choose fields that is not relevant to us. So if somebody chooses a field that is not relevant to them, most likely they will have to go abroad to get a job. And after the taxpayers' money pay for you, you will have to leave the country to work elsewhere and benefit those people there, but it's not going to benefit your country. That's how I look at it. Yeah? And I think that is where the last government was going when they kind of did a means test instead of everybody getting gate. You know?
No, all they were doing was trying to reduce the dependence on the state coffers.
Yes.
It had nothing to do with that. And you can direct the universities about what planning we have going on in this country that we need these occupations to be prioritized versus these. We have no conversation like that taking place.
Well, exactly.
But the more educated, but what I will always say is the more educated you have a society, it lifts the society generally. Whether people make personal decisions that they need to migrate or not is dependent a lot of the times on the economic situation and the decisions that governments make. Which is why they hold scholarship winners sometimes you have to come back and work some years, and sometimes they can't even keep to that.
But some of them I know personally, when they go abroad to study who got scholarship, they choose to pay back to their parents already calculated how much money the scholarship costs, and they said, well, when they finish working there, they'll get X amount.
They'll pay it to the state. Yeah.
We've come a long way from the student revolving loan.
Yeah. But I have a baseline that I believe that tertiary education should be free, especially in an emerging or on the edge of being a developed country like ours. You need that push. Just like how I believe government has to take charge of housing in a country like ours. There is no if or but. You have to take charge of it.
Of course. My next point
to move the country forward rapidly.
Someone spoke about it earlier, about the Prime Minister saying that all those former Prime Ministers of the Caribbean signed a letter for America to kind of ease up on Cuba. And whatever she wrote, and it irked me because she said in her letter that Cuba is an undemocratic country, a communist country, and this and that and the other. Didn't we have nurses and doctors in Trinidad and Tobago for the longest while until recently?
From Cuba, yes.
They will be getting doctors and nurses. That time it wasn't a communist country then. That time it had elections in Cuba. But all of that is in Trinidad and Tobago dealing with the Republic of China. Isn't that country a communist country? Doesn't have elections? And the people can talk like how we could talk. I could say things like what I could say on all the program. Isn't that the same thing? What she's accusing Cuba of? And yes,
and it's called the Chinese Communist Party. It's in the name.
The Communist Party of China.
Yeah,
it's but you know what it is? It's almost like a parroting of the views of another country and another administration, as if all intellectual and critical analysis has been put on pause.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
So I think now for me, anything that is government says, anything that the commissioner of police says, I take that with plenty pink salt. You want to get not less. I was taking the plenty pink Himalaya salt. They cannot be trusted. For me, I just lost disrespect. I want to curse them and say nothing. I want to disrespect them. But whatever they say, I'm not listening to them because everything they say is so hypocritical. Anyway, have a wonderful day. Well, I'll be on Friday, please, God.
All right, Scorpion Pepper, you're on a roll this morning, girl.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
I hope she bad talking you and not me.
She calling all kind of name in that chat day. She just back and forth only. It's Richard, Wendell, Sir Charles, everybody she dealing with this morning.
Oh Lord, everybody getting it? Everybody gets it? That's what's going on here?
Everybody gets it.
But I can understand you and Sir Charles. I cannot understand me.
The most times she's saying correct, Richard. I've seen that a couple times. Correct, Richard. She agreed with you.
Oh Lord. Yeah.
Let me get the taste of this program again.
See now.
What
me get the taste of this program
Oh
again.
good, you real guy in this program today, boy.
Is Zena breakfast show today?
Yes, it's Zena breakfast show today. She's sitting down at the table this morning.
But you and Sir Charles won't agree, you know. Oh,
What?
Well, it's your time now. You in the party. Listen.
Oh, Papa.
Richard, you didn't read what I'm telling you. You see, I prefer you early morning. You see, after you take that break and go and full your face, you just come back very energetic. You hear your energy? People hearing your energy. Well, if they didn't realize it, I realize it. When you see you full of face of yours, the power does be, real energetic. And let me tell you, what I wanted to tell you before I go, you see that script you hit us earlier about when Sir Charles was growing up in the 60s and Wendell in the 70s and you in the 80s. Flip that script. You flip it. Flip it. That's all I have to say.
You're lucky I don't have the power to ban you. You're very lucky.
Oh. Flip the script. Yeah, people, so give us a call now. The lines are open to you. We're taking your calls this morning, and of course, you can get in on the show. We have a few more minutes inside.
Up in New York, Charmaine, or Far Rockaway, or Captain Ron, who else out there? And Michael, Long Island, in Gohasno. And don't forget, folks, this Friday, we would like to do the prize giving. We scheduled to do the prize giving at Rumbox in St. James.
Yeah.
Once we get those vouchers, we have everything else.
Yes. That's the vouchers we're waiting on. So I'm hoping that by today or tomorrow we have those in place, so we can definitely do that on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
But by Wednesday, I'll give you all definites on it.
Yeah. Otherwise, we do everything else and deliver the vouchers to the folks when we get it. Because we can't keep putting out a prize giving. We're going to end up like UTC. We're going to end up like UTC. Dum Carnival.
Yes.
Oops, I take that one back.
I'm not going to say you're a part of that,
I was, But let me tell you something. I used to make sure my prize giving come off in a timely manner. I would chase down. And I was chairman of Carnival during the People's Partnership. That's when I got in there as chairman of Carnival. And there was a gentleman by the name of Michael, what's his name, boy? Gayadine, Mr. Gayadine, who was very helpful. And then a woman by the name of Lauren Pouchet, very helpful to Downtown Carnival. As a matter of fact, that's when we established a mayor's box in the Savannah under Ms. Lauren Pouchet. And they still have that mayor's box up to today. I always tell her thanks for that.
Yeah, that's the complimentary box.
Yeah, the complimentary box. Yeah. Is that complimentary box? Did you pay for it? We don't pay for it, but I thought that it was important that the mayor's office have a box at the Savannah, because do you know the mayor's office has no facilities anywhere in the city, but in San Fernando there's a mayor's box. In Point Fortin there's a mayor's box, but you know in the city of Port-of-Spain there was nothing in place for the mayor of Port-of-Spain, whether in the stadium or in the Savannah, and we made sure that happened.
In the capital?
Well, they should have a mayor's box in the wrecking yard where they park up all the cars. That's where it need a mayor's box.
That's where the mayor's
to make sure that you know that the number one priority of Port-of-Spain is not to. You know what has get me? You know what gets me? We're talking about making Trinidad and Tobago a global hub, which I'm in support of, and the revitalization plan. I've said that already. I know all of that. But we want to talk about all kinds of things in Trinidad and Tobago. And the mayor of Port-of-Spain, we're wrecking because there's so much indiscipline in Trinidad and Tobago. You ever look at the roads in Port-of-Spain? I am driving through the roads of Port-of-Spain yesterday and I get vexed again. And I'm like, wait. We are in the capital city. I don't care who in power. We are in the capital city and we can't even work out how to have the roads of Port-of-Spain in the capital city smooth. We can't even accomplish that.
Yeah, at least not one place at least we have organized.
But there was a lot of road patching for Carnival, Richard. That's not fair to the mayor.
No, both PNM and UNC are a waste of time. Both only need to go.
Caller, good morning to you. You'll be our final caller.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, caller.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Mr. Grant?
Yes. No.
No, that's not Mr. Grant.
Hello.
Yes, caller, we're hearing you. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm calling from Malabar. I don't listen to you all every morning. I have something that's burning me. This is for Richard and a lesser extent Wendell. There is this street opposite Grand Bay Paper Factory in Malabar that runs north to south. It is becoming a dump. Up to yesterday now, with what has happened, I see a set of cobbles now on that street eating up some dead animals. And the borough council is not too far away from there. They have a building just in the roundabout by Lisa Morris.
Yes, they do.
Nobody's paying attention to this dump that is forming there at the street opposite Grand Bay Paper Factory in Malabar.
That's off the Yearwood dual carriageway, right?
Right, so correct.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
Oh,
right.
This is the yesterday on that street eating at some dead animal, and it's a dump. Yeah. And nobody from the borough or whoever is responsible is paying attention to this.
Caller, Richard is going to call
don't drag me into that. You want this show to go on thing. You know what that caller trying to do? That caller called to trigger me. That is what he do. That was his purpose this morning. He called to trigger me so the show go till 9 o'clock. because
Richard, you call Uncle Bali. I'm going to call Miss McFarlane, who is the CEO.
No. They are remember. I am convinced that they remember. As I said before, it is winter in the northern hemisphere, and the Arima Borough Council is of the mistaken thing that they belong to that, so they're in hibernation. That is all I could come up with. So I waited until April because I assumed they get up in April.
Caller, thank you very much.
I am going to call.
Yeah.
I am going to call the CEO. I'm going to reach out to the CEO of Arima. She used to be in Port-of-Spain and Point Fortin at one time. She's a very, very approachable.
Is she new?
She's newish to Arima.
When you say newish, what do you mean?
But I'm going to speak to her later. I'm going to call her. You could call your uncle.
How long she in Arima for? How long she started in Arima?
I don't know. I never really checked on that. But I will speak with her. Because the borough is right there where he's speaking about. It's literally right across the road.
Yes.
Yeah.
And another thing too, that do I feel to really bother? Let me bother. That Guanapo dump.
Mm-hmm.
As I said, the PNM did a really ridiculous and stupid job about dealing with that Guanapo dump. I'm waiting to see what the UNC do. Okay, because the Guanapo dump is going to rival the rest of the northern range just now. It's already it's already past some of the lower mountains.
Yes.
It's already past, and people may think I'm exaggerating. I am not. You can now see it as one of the peaks of the northern range. In what civilized country is that acceptable? The PNM was a waste of time, a complete, unabridged waste of time in dealing with that Guanapo dump. People can get vexed. I cannot. I call it like I see it. I'm waiting to see what the UNC do, because that is unacceptable.
Yeah, I agree.
They have all kinds of modern ways to deal with the disposal of garbage now.
Yeah. I see the dump from where I live, and it's terrible.
Of course you can.
Yeah.
Wow. What do you think?
To answer Joanne Carrington, yes, you can. All are welcome to come down to Rumbox on Friday.
Yeah. Everybody come down, man.
Everybody, all are welcome. You don't have to be a prize winner. You all can come.
Yeah, it's coming out.
Yeah.
All right. So as we're getting ready to leave, of course, I think I had to go see just to pick up something a little later on. So I'll check on that. And yeah.
See, just as you know.
I didn't realize that he fall off the map. Yeah, bad connection. He's TTT. And when he's TTT.
He just silence himself.
Yeah, this is TTT. Just fall off the map.
Yeah,
that cue was for him, eh?
Yeah.
No, I accidentally, in my passion about buffing the PNM, accidentally hit my phone. The PNM Jumbie is well and alive, so I just want people to know that.
So when you're passionate, you hit things. Is that what you say?
No, I am just saying that I accidentally hit my phone and it dislodged me off the show. And that's why I'm saying the PNM Jumbie is alive and well. The PNM Jumbie came to life and say, you cut that out, and bam, it threw me off.
All right, it happens.
But what
I have to go down to Cedrus later on. You'll be down there?
Yeah, man. Because Scandal and Cedrus. Thank you for the segue, Sir Charles. I was a little slow.
Oh, my word. Flash.
Scandal in Cedrus. Oh my God, it is a scandal in Cedrus, and it is on this weekend on Saturday at 8:30 and Sunday at 6:30 at Central Bank Auditorium. Saturday and Sunday this week. Yep, Theatre 2026 will begin this weekend, and you should not miss it. And of course, tickets are available at all the usual outlets: K-Squared Fashions in Westmall, Eastgate, and Brentwood Mall. Electronics in Arima, Jabili Rawe in Tunapuna, and Tony's Florals in Val Park Shopping Plaza, and Charflair Auto Services in Charflair. You can also purchase tickets at the Central Bank Auditorium box office from today, 12 noon to 6 p.m. daily. You can get your tickets there. And of course, you can also purchase tickets online. Just check RSRR Productions Theatre online on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok, and you can see the methodology in purchasing your tickets online. Yeah.
Swallow a dictionary today, boy. Folks have an
What you swallow, Wendell? Oh, like I hit off my phone again, or what?
I haven't swallowed anything for a long time.
A silence in there, boy.
I haven't swallowed anything for a long time.
I'm powerful this morning.
Folks, you see what I have to put up with? Texters abusing me is my co-host. Have a wonderful day. Remember to let go and let go. Bye-bye.
Yeah, have a fantastic day, whatever you do. Remember to smile and laugh. It's great for your health. And of course, you will have a very healthy life if you come to the play this weekend. Trust me, because laughter is great. No matter what stress you're going through, laughter gives you a break and a relief from it.
Sure.
So feel free to come to the play this weekend. Trust me, it's a great stress reliever. And of course, New Era TT Radio continues with NewEraTTRadio.com and New Era TT Radio on TuneIn, so you can listen to the excellent programming on the #1 radio station and streaming station in Trinidad and Tobago, and may I say probably the English-speaking Caribbean. So have a fantastic day, whatever you do. Take us over the X-Tempo, Wendell.
Santi Manite.
So you're listening to the breakfast show. I'm so sorry, but now we have to go. You know, we are the #1 station by a mile, and hopefully today we make you smile.
Not good. We're gonna take that.
Yeah, we can read that. See you guys tomorrow.
Get up, it's the time to start the day. The breakfast show is here, we bring in the soca way.